This is what started it, and Charlie quote tweeted it. Okay, great. We found a jump off point. Now I'm gonna try my very best to follow along. So, Los Pollos TV, the inventor of Drake and Drive, a very serious man, joined in on the metric ton of hate that I saw Pokimane receiving online. Every annoying person was like, what a bitch. She's so fucking condescending. She's so annoying, blah, 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 right? Everyone was doing that. So then I guess Itman says, it'd be cringe for me to compromise my morals and ethics for money. Random motherfuckers online. You're insecure, jealous, salty. Okay, y'all want something to be mad about so bad. You just insulted not only an entire platform, but all the people who chose to stream on it while simultaneously implying you're a better person than all of them too. I don't know you personally, but from the way you talk, it seems like a mean, nasty, bitter, unpleasant person. 11,000 likes. Ostonox said, that's not what Pokey was trying to say or saying, but I'll say it. Anyone who streams on Kick is working for an illegal gambling subsidiary, selling out their audience for a cash grab. You are bad people, and there's a reason they're dropping millions to convert your viewers into addicts. Sorry, but if you needed explain to you how Kick is funneling viewers into the gambling on Stake, when the site was created by Stake and the top sponsor gambling streamers out their Twitch banned slots, you're a moron, or you get it and you're being paid enough to pretend you don't. So there's some energy, I agree, on this, and some I don't. Okay? And you might be surprised to hear this from me, but Ostonox is not me. Ostonox is a Hasanabi head turned into an editor, and, turned into an editor, hopefully is editing right now instead of editing fucking tweets, okay? And cooking up another, Kick video or something, which will probably be a banger. I'm in Japan. Ostonox, please put out some fucking Japan content. Anyway, the part of which I don't agree with, I guess, well, I do agree. It is an illegal gambling subsidiary. That's for sure. But having said that, do I think personally that you are automatically a fucking bad person for working for a bad company? I don't. Because everyone works for a bad company. There are varying degrees of which, there are varying degrees of bad, but ultimately, I think everyone works for a bad company. I work for a bad company. Okay? That's it. Amazon is a bad company. That's how I see it. Now, the difference, of course, is it manageable? What is the output? What can you change about it? That's the reason why I've speculated about Kick's future, right? That's the reason why I have the take I have in its beginning, where I was like, get the bag. I hope Kick becomes a fruitful endeavor, and I hope it becomes another streaming platform in the space, because that competition is good for the consumers, the viewers. That competition is good for the streamers. It's good overall. That part is true. But do I believe that it's going to be something more than a marketing tool for Stake, the online gambling platform? No, not at this stage, and certainly not in the future. And I believe I've done a pretty good job of describing why I'm speculating that won't happen, all the way from the infrastructural hurdles that Kick does not have the bandwidth to clear, to their lack of sponsorships that they'll get. No blue chip company is going to want to be on a platform like that, and overall more industry specific issues, like how expensive it is. How expensive it is to even have a live streaming service in the green, because live web hosting is so fucking expensive, right? Which is why you have to look for some kind of intention behind why this was made. And if we're going to talk about Stake's own personal intentions, that's where my speculation comes from. So then Charlie, I guess, responded to this Ostonox tweet with this. Anyway. Hold on. Murat. Fuck, I need a charger, dude. How much time do you have until IRL? He said, this take is a little confusing. Amazon is also an evil company with countless human rights violations and exploitation, so why is it morally okay to direct or convert your audience to Amazon Prime subscribers for Twitch viewing benefits? Twitch is Amazon advertised everywhere and incentivizes your audience to buy their services while watching you. Stake isn't advertised anywhere on Kick right now except in the gambling category, so a streamer that is just doing normal gaming outside of what outside of that category never exposes their audience to stake. Meanwhile, on Twitch, your viewers are constantly having Amazon shoved down their throats, no matter what, thus supporting an evil company. I think streaming contracts are also better for your audience, regardless of platform, because then you don't have to rely on your viewers giving you money through subs or donations, which I think everyone can agree is a good thing. Being able to turn subs and donations off so viewers can just enjoy the content without feeling the need to pay would be great for everyone. I imagine most streamers would love to not take money from their fans, and streaming contracts could eliminate that need. Sure. The easiest way to follow this conversation is go backwards in Charlie's replies. You can't get to the tweets that easily otherwise. So, some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. It's more so Amazon is evil, certainly. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Certainly not Ostonox. We have worked on a shit ton of anti-Amazon stuff. You know what I mean? We are not exactly pro-Amazon around these parts. So, this popped off. This banged for Charlie, even though he wrote a fucking essay. Holy shit. The easy answer is Amazon is bad, but steak is horrible. There is no easy answer. It's not. That's a lie. It's more nuanced, which is why a lot of people can take what they want to hear on this in this conversation and go off with it, because that's the whole that's how you operate online. So here's what I disagree with. Amazon is an evil company, and Twitch technically does. It absolutely does funnel viewers into Amazon, or at least that's Amazon's stated purpose. And I described this to XQC fairly well, I think, where I told him, yes, Stake is the main company that owns Kick and is building Kick for the same reason that Amazon purchased Twitch and is building out Twitch. It's to funnel viewers back into their main. It's to funnel viewers back into their main product. Amazon's main product is e-commerce. Kick's main product is unregulated crypto gambling. Stake's main product is unregulated crypto gambling. So one is conducted and produced, that service is produced with really awful means, tremendous amounts of exploitation. The other, the output is bad, okay? The other relies on a very deadly, very suicidal vice, okay? That's the difference. So I don't think that making this comparison is making this comparison to turn around and like justify it on the other hand is an adequate one. You know what I mean? Because like when you're purchasing a Twitch Prime or something, or an Amazon Prime, so you can get like a Twitch sub, which doesn't really work that way, but let's say you did that, you're not turning into an exploited Amazon worker. You know what I mean? Like you don't immediately turn into a fucking Amazon Amazon facility worker. You're doing it because you want to avoid the ads at the top of the hour. And if you no longer want to see those ads at the top of the hour, which nobody likes, you can subscribe for $5 or for free, right? You can also get gifted a sub. If you're lucky, that is. That's one other way you can avoid the ads at the top of the hour. Here is the 3-minute ad break now. Can you just talk to him directly? He DM'd me this morning. Oh, okay. Do you mind if we finish up some basketball? I could hop in for a while in about an hour if that works for you. Okay. He's balling right now and he wants to talk to me after he balls. If that's your take, then you're helping fund the immoral actions of Amazon. If that's your take, you're helping fund the immoral actions of Amazon. Yeah, I think there's truth to that to some degree. I think that when you are streaming on Twitch, which is an Amazon owned platform, I have an exclusive contract with Twitch. The reason why, no, the reason why I stream on here is because it's the most convenient. It's where I've built an audience. It's where I feel like I have been able to cultivate a sense of community, and I do prefer streaming on this platform. But I don't make any, I don't hide that. Like streaming on Twitch to a certain degree is making me not side with Amazon, but indirectly showcasing Amazon to an audience that maybe would not know about it. But even then, it sounds silly because it's fucking Amazon and everybody and their moms use it. You know what I mean? It's like me. I'm taking advantage of Amazon in that regard, not the other way around. So of course, you can't be full blown. There's no way to wash your hands from the blood of other capitalists in that regard. Everybody works for a company, and most companies are at least like Amazon, even if the output itself is not bad, if it's fucking e-commerce, you know what I mean? The business practices are unethical, predatory mergers and predatory acquisitions, and then also more importantly, the production side is unethical from my perspective. Hyper exploitative practices, constantly turning over their entire labor force so they can keep the wages low. Like these are things I talk about regularly, and it is very very unethical. MB, thank you for the 5 gifted. I don't like Jeff Bezos, but I watch and buy from Amazon. The difference between Twitch and Kick is that only one was made specifically because the other banned state gambling. Yeah. So a much smaller company than Kick would run the ransoms of kidnappings would be fair places in absolute terms. The damage they make is way smaller than Amazon and Kick. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, that's my take. That's actually a really good counter. That's funny. We all help build awful companies, do the organization of our economy. You can still choose not to work for a company that's objectively doing bad in the form in funneling people into gambling. It's so easy to see. Anyway. Amazon killed all the small workers and Amazon killed all the small workers in libraries in my country. People off themselves after Amazon killed their business. Yeah, I mean, Amazon is a very bad company. But what do you mean small workers? Like tiny work, like children? What's a small worker? They killed everybody. The small workers. Nobody talks about the small workers, dude. It's fucked up. Degrees of evil. No, Amazon is a shitty employer, but steak drains his customer savings and puts them in debt. What's the word evil? Yeah, I already described it. Amazon pound for pound is not a thing, a service, or a commodity that is like objectively bad in the same way that an unregulated crypto gambling casino is. Yes, Amazon's problems are around their business practices and how they fucking generate value, okay? Which is a consistent problem in every capitalist corporation, which is why even if I went to fucking YouTube, I would have similar ethical considerations to make. Even if I went to Facebook, I would have similar ethical considerations to make. Do you get it? Do you understand? That's why you can't go to a different streaming platform and be like, well, my conscience is clear. I stream here. Anyway, I think it's just, again, people trying to deflect away from the like from their own personal feelings. Like everybody hates it when you speculate about their intentions, but it's hard not to in this regard, because like if you had no issues with what you did, like which everyone was fucking celebrating XQC. Like I celebrated XQC. If you have no issues with what you did, you wouldn't probably defend it so much or get so mad and like attack people. You know what I mean? Left and right. And I feel like it's good for drama. I think that's mostly why people are doing it, because like it, drums up support for this new, smaller company in the fold, and get on the underdog side in this regard, right? Does that make sense? I think if you didn't have internalized guilt to some degree about this, like you wouldn't be getting this upset. You'd just be like, "Fuck you mean? Yeah, I got 100 million. Like, shut the fuck up. I got paid as much as LeBron James. It's great. It's awesome. Let's see how this goes." Like instead of just being like, "Stop making us think about our decisions," which in turn is making me feel bad, but I can't vocalize that and prove you right. Yeah, I don't get it. I think that viewers on Kick are liable for their own decisions, even young viewers. Like professional sports is always advertising FanDuel, MGM, DraftKings, and many young kings watch sports and see that stuff. I agree, and it's fucking awful. Sports betting is dog shit. Sports betting is fucking awful, okay? It is a horrible vice. And unfortunately, it has become profoundly normalized due to the billions of dollars that they're fucking dumping into legitimate sectors in the form of marketing, okay? It's bad, it's parasitic, it's ruining sports in general, and it will continue to do so. And there's not really much you can, there's not really much you can do about it. There's like nothing, it feels so hopeless. It feels so impossible to combat. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's going to get worse, man. It's going to get worse. These are problems that are so much larger than the petty squabbles that we're having with respect to like which platform to stream on. Gambling is a vice, and all of these diseases of despair are going to become permanent staples in our lives as our living conditions and our working conditions get worse and worse year over year, because people are looking for an outlet. Okay? I am literally at the heart of that. I'm in the heart of that shit right now. A hyper-capitalist dystopia where people feel a sense of alienation from both their labor and a sense of isolation from everyone else around them in a country that has thousands of years of collectivist tradition. Okay? But capitalism has rotted their fucking brains to the goddamn core that they look for avenues like pachinko and gambling, which you can easily do, right? And worse than that, a sense of social drinking that they can get that has turned into this transactional thing. When we went to Kobe, we went to the snack bars. We went to a place where we saw lonely salarymen feel a sense of camaraderie from a person that they're paying for that service. Okay? That's where that's going to get much, much worse. And I do feel like there's no way to combat that. And as hedonistic as I am, as much as I love hedonism, as much as I love consumption, the unfortunate reality is that it's what's happening. It's what's happening in the world. And it's going to get much, much worse. Hasn't betting always been a part of sports? Certainly. But I think that a little bit of fun on the side is one thing. Making it like the primary reason to consume sports, because it's a win-win situation for like the TV companies, and it's great for the gambling companies, is only making it way more accessible. You know what I mean? It was never to this degree. It was never like this. So, having said all of that, Do I have issues with DraftKings? Of course I do. I think it's fucking bullshit. But even with DraftKings, there is a level of regulation that does not exist. We can talk about how that regulation is not enough. Okay? Because it's not. Certainly hasn't done enough to combat fucking gambling addiction. People are still drowning in debt. Right? But then also on the other side, you have unregulated crypto gambling, which is even worse. Right? That is an even bigger problem, in my opinion, for a smaller subsect of society. On your average UK high street, every third storefront is a betting shop. Exactly. The key is, no matter where you stream, the reason you're paid is because you're selling a product for Twitch. It's Amazon. For Kick, it's gambling, which is inherently so much worse, at least the financial ruin and addiction. Yeah. So, having said that, the reason why I say, hey man, get the bag. It's great. This kind of competition, although selfishly for me, breeds a better space for streaming, while also maintaining the position that I don't see the future of Kick being anything but a marketing tool for stake.com, is because I recognize that every company is fucking awful. Obviously, some are more awful than others. Okay? It's not like Amazon is morally infallible. I've never said that. It's awful. And by orders of totality, if we are to look at the totality of Amazon's pain and suffering it's caused, it's probably larger than Stake. Because Amazon is a global powerhouse. Stake is still a small player in the fucking gambling scene, right? But what will happen if Stake becomes a behemoth, which it's certainly on track to become, due to how profitable it is to just do crypto gambling? I don't know. I don't know what that future will look like. But if you were to come to me and say, Hasan, I think Stake is in it because they want to build a better space for streamers, then I don't agree. I don't think that that is their genuine purpose. I think their genuine interest in the matter is to build a marketing platform. Okay? But the way I see it for streamers that go to the Kick, I see it as no different, maybe no different in many respects than someone touring at a casino, someone getting a residency at a casino when they're performing. And that's their performance. That's what they're doing. That's why I said XQC is like Britney Spears in Las Vegas. He's there to drive traffic to that casino. He's there to drive traffic to Stake. That's why he got $100 million. That's the reason why Drake got $100 million, right? Now, a lot of things can change in this in the near future, I guess. A lot of things can change. Now, what that traffic is and how that will materialize is important. You need to figure that. I mean, it's entirely dependent on what that outcome is going to look like. What is the utility of talking about the degrees of badness between Stake and Amazon? I think the utility is because a lot of people are using that to deflect away from that main point of contention, because that main point of contention is still speculative. And it's not like what might happen is speculative in the future. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I feel like I always have to cover my own bases and explain my position thoughtfully and thoroughly, so that those who are genuinely curious about what I have to say and not just coming here in bad faith understand where I'm coming from. Okay? But that's it. How does a streamer on Kick drive traffic to Stake? Okay, I'm not gonna go over this one more time, verbatim, because I'm gonna probably talk about this again and again and again and again. So I just want to. Why do you think this went past X and U / Poga just disagreeing about whether gambling is bad to promote it or not? I just feel like the conversation could have easily ended there. I don't understand how it got complicated. The government can't regulate state like it does Amazon, but the government doesn't regulate Amazon either. But the government could regulate Amazon and the output. Amazon as a corporation could be a good corporation. Obviously, that's a laughable fucking concept. It's never going to happen. But like, it still has the capacity to be a good corporation. For Kick to be a good streaming service, it would have to not be a part of Stake. It would have to be closer to Twitch, as a matter of fact, with moderation, with marketing, with different mechanisms of like generating revenue, but that funding vehicle behind it that is allowing it to do 95.5 splits on subs would have to be something else, would have to be something different. Because no matter what happens, like its existence is to promote Stake. You're flip-flopping. Yeah, here's the thing I don't like. If you're too stupid to understand my position on this, and I'm trying to be as thoughtful as possible and give it to you, don't come in here and say, I don't get what you're saying, so you must be flip-flopping. I have not changed my perspective on this since day one. You didn't have to go over the... So that's what Charlie said. We read Charlie's take. And then Ostonox says, you didn't have to go over the word limit to say you can't tell the difference between a site that's only a digital slot machines and a site where people buy laundry detergent. Stake isn't advertised anywhere on Kick right now except the gambling category. Brother, open your eyes. Right? So he said that I think streaming contracts are better for your audience because then you don't have to rely on your viewers giving you money. Where's the money coming from, Charlie? Where's the $100 million stake paychecks coming from? Strain yourself and do some critical thinking. I mean, yeah, technically that's true. Like, where is it coming from? Well, it's coming from the pockets of other people that have gone on to stake.com. That's like how you make money. You realize people are saying buzzwords, right? They will say you are gaslighting and the like. Yeah. So then Charlie replied to this. Thank you. Holy fuck. He is just like writing just fucking essays, man. Your screenshot literally shows what I mean. Stake isn't on the site until you go into that gambling category, so I don't know what point you're making. Very weird to reduce Amazon to a site to buy laundry detergent when it's one of the most evil corporations openly operating today. But I guess that doesn't matter to you in this case because you can buy things from them. Your statement of, yeah, this is liberalism. The problem with this is liberalism. That's it. That's what it is. That's it. It's liberal brain rot. Charlie's being a bit of a libtard here, and everyone analyzing it is being a libtard. Why? Because you're mistaking the mechanisms of production where the evil is for Amazon, which is consistent across all capitalist institutions, regardless how workers are exploited, with the output itself, with what the product is. Okay? This is why I never fucking give a shit about what movie is promoting what lessons, right? When people come to me and they say, Hasan, get mad at the fucking, I don't know, franchise movie. Get mad at The Weeknd for acting as a sex pest in a movie. I'm like, I don't care. Like, the values that they're presenting inside of a movie is irrelevant. The output in that regard is what we are differentiating between Amazon and Stake and Kick, because of course exploitation is a constant. Amazon does it more freely and does it globally, so that's why I always say like it's a worse player in the field overall, but it's not the output itself. Charlie's literally making the argument here that another psycho weirdo made that buying CP is the same as buying a t-shirt made by child labor. Just because children are exploited, one is a product you need made by abuse. The other is literally abuse as a product. Same applies here. Yeah, not even necessarily. I wouldn't even agree with that. So anyway, let's keep going. Is laughable Amazon, Twitch, Amazon's contract money isn't coming from a good place either. It's literally money made on the corpses of their workers and decades of human rights violations. True. So the exclusive contracts myself, your boss, and every other Twitch streamer signed aren't morally clean either. He said, your boss, when talking about me. A child being served a Twitch ad saying, buy Amazon Prime to earn a free sub to your, support your favorite streamer and all these other benefits is horrible because it's funneling your audience into their ecosystem under the belief it's a good thing because it's helping a creator they like. Kick doesn't have ads like that at the moment. Gamble $20 a month on stake to earn a free sub to support your favorite streamer. But it might in the future, who knows? It's horrible if a kid sees their favorite streamer gambling and promoting casinos, and if the platform pushes that, then obviously it's a bad thing. Kick understandably deserves criticism. I'm just confused on why you're all of a sudden minimizing the very real evil that Twitch peddles and making it seem like it's somehow a morally pure platform to stream on, whereas everyone on Kick is a bad person. I get what Charlie's saying. I don't disagree with what Charlie is saying. Okay? I don't. That's the reason why I took the stance that I did, where I was like, look, get the fucking bag, but make no mistake. Okay? Make no mistake. I think the second part of that, what Charlie is saying, not exactly like gamble $20 a month on stake to earn a free sub or whatever, but the marketing component is very real. It's very valid. And the reason why I believe that it's a fucking company with the express purpose of like marketing stake is because there's no other funding mechanism, is because live streaming in general is impossible to fucking turn profitable. Okay? It's impossible to turn profitable even when you own like 90% of the fucking servers in North America. Okay? If Big Tobacco was behind Kick, would people think much differently? If it was like a company that exclusively is doing, dude, that'd be so sick. Like imagine Philip Morris is like, they start a fucking streaming service and then like they're doing sig-offs, they're going dart for dart. I would get a contract. I would start smoking again. Holy fuck. Dude, I take it back. I'm on board with that. They're like, yo, we're going dart for dart, brother. Yo, we could finally do the pachinko stream that Will wants to do.
To Prime Gaming for sponsoring today's video. Prime Gaming comes with your Amazon Prime subscription and offers free in-game items for your favorite games every month. Big thanks to...
Yeah, but Charlie is saying like, yeah, we're doing ethically compromising things. At least ripping darts is swag. Playing online Plinko is boring. Imagine if Lockheed Martin ran Twitch. Would people see Kick differently? If I click the button on Amazon, it's not a 0.001% chance I win. I get expected outcome every time, guaranteed unlike stake. Yeah. Charlie and everyone is forgetting that Kick needs gambling to survive. Exactly. That's it. That's my point. So it hasn't happened yet, and I guess we're putting the fucking cart before the horse. It's happened a little bit, but it hasn't happened to a degree of magnitude that is like actually icky and bad. But like the hilarious part about this is like, when a lot of stake streamers, some of the top ones, start fucking gambling on stake or whatever, we're going to have this conversation again. But every single person that shit on, Pokey or myself or anyone else that will probably go, okay, that's wrong. As a matter of fact, they're going to forget that they were yelling at everyone else. So this is in some ways speculative, right? But the reason why people are saying this is because stake needs people to gamble. It can't survive without people gambling. And Kick can't survive without stake. It's that simple. I don't know why we're like convoluting this argument. It needs it. And inevitably, when or if they consider Kick to not be a good return on investment, that's like driving enough traffic back to Steak, they're going to cut it off. But I think the amount of traffic that they need to drive to Steak is not all that fucking vast. So of course, as long as they can build like a relatively competitive product to Twitch that has like a fraction of the size of Twitch, as long as they can basically do the link tree version of what hot tub streamers do, right? And that's great. And I use that example because all of these motherfuckers know what the link tree version is. These guys all know. They have a problem with sex work, some of them, not Moist, but they always love talking about how sex work is bad. So Twitch said, okay, you can't promote your OnlyFans. So what did girls that have OnlyFans do? They put a link tree. Does that cut traffic? Certainly, but it's still viable, okay? So when Twitch banned crypto gambling, Twitch banned Stake, they put a fucking link tree. It's a very expensive link tree, but that's precisely what it is. They're funneling traffic to Kick, which is the entry point into Stake. And that's what they're doing. That's it. It doesn't cut traffic, bro. I paid that subscription fee in 0.3 seconds. No, it does cut traffic. Are you kidding me? Anytime you put a link, anytime you force people to go to another site, you're cutting traffic by 90%. I'm gonna be honest, dude. This hot tub meta is by far the most pathetic thing we've seen on Twitch in forever. What a sad reality, dude. Please get this trash off the front page, dude. That is, dude, that part is actually really fucking funny because like they just straight up show porn on Kick. I haven't even gotten to that hilarious part of this yet. Like every single motherfucker that like shat on terms of service at Twitch and said like, oh, it's so inconsistent, it's so fucked up, is now like on a website where they're just doing porn and showing porn. Yeah. Anyway. I agree with your take on Kick, but porn addiction ruins lives too. You're promoting it right now with your... Oh no, I'm gonna get the anti-sex work Andes to fucking get mad again. Put the porn down. Okay? Put the porn down. It's not for you. Don't do it. Don't consume it. Anyone that says porn addiction is bad should stop consuming porn 100%. You should ask AC why he starts at Twitch and then switches to Kick and not the other way around. Yeah, to funnel traffic into to Kick. Why are we assuming Twitch Amazon is being truthful when talking about profitability because they say so? Has anyone done an honest analysis on Twitch's profitability? No, I believe it because I'm in this industry. I talk to people. Live web hosting services are very expensive. I don't believe that Amazon is, forcing Twitch to rent AWS with market rates. I don't believe that, but I still do think that it is a costly endeavor. Amazon is rich enough to be able to handle that. But yeah. Is the porn in the room with us right now? Yeah. Porn addiction is not recognized as a diagnosable or certified addiction and affects less than 5% of people, most of whom recover within a year or two by themselves. Porn addiction is a valid concern. It's not necessarily synonymous with being anti-sex work. Addiction itself, no matter the type, is a very consistent changes in your brain chemistry. Dr. K has a good video about this. Hasani, recent trip to Japan is problematic because it's promoting weeb culture. This is worse than any sort of gambling addiction. Do you know how much the average manga costs? I agree. That is fucked up.
One of the girls last night was a manga artist.
Oh, yeah, hentai. I talked about it.
No, the other girl with the headphones.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick. Is this on Is this on Kick?
Yeah, that's cute.
That's funny. I love that. To be honest, bro, if you got $100 million deal with Kick, you would give it a second thought. Don't ask me about that. Ask XQC. XQC came to me looking for advice about going to Kick. And I told him what I've said already, get the fucking bag, but know, like, you know, the considerations for view count and like a community attitude. But he also said, would you talk to, you know, some Kick people if they were interested? And I said, no. Like, I said, no, I'm not. That is on the record. So if you don't trust my word on it, you can ask XQC. At this point, you've advertised steak more than any streamer I've watched over there. I love that. Dude, this is epic big brain stuff. Yeah. Just like I advertised Donald Trump because I cover Donald Trump every day. It's so good. Thoughts on piracy and the morality of it? I love piracy. I'm a fan. I love piracy. All right, what's the next one from Charlie? You screenshot shows what I mean. Stake isn't on the site to go to gambling category. What else? True, I voted Trump because you made him seem like a funny comedian. It's true. He is a funny comedian. Sorry. Sucks to suck. Libtards. Genuinely impressive. You can put words in everything wrong with Amazon exploiting consumers and workers, and in the same tweet say Steak's website is better for viewers because it doesn't have ads. I'm convinced, but you should tell the owners of Kick. Kick is a new venture created by the founders of EasyGo and Stake.com with new studios in Australia and Europe. Kick Gaming's vision is to be the leading content provider in the gambling industry, thanks to its fresh approach to building top-notch slot and table games available to online casinos worldwide through a single API to its remote game server. Charlie doesn't want to alienate his streamer friends who took the deal and doesn't want to ruin a potential contract with Kick in the future. As the famous quote goes, it is difficult to get a man to understand something when his bag depends on not understanding it. This is what not the same Kick check replies. Are you even reading my tweets? I mentioned streaming contracts in general being better for viewers so streamers don't keep asking for their viewers' money. They could turn off donations and subs if streaming contracts became more normalized. You aren't actually even engaging in anything I'm saying. Instead, are fighting a ghost of words you put in my mouth. The ads that mention I made is how Kick is currently not shoving their parent company's evil down the throats of their viewers on the platform, whereas that is Twitch's backbone, promoting Amazon Prime benefits and services. You seem so willing to excuse the fact that many Twitch streamers, myself included, as well as your favorite streamers, have accepted contract money from a company that has literally killed their workers and violated human rights for decades. That evil and the workers' suffering is not somehow less meaningful or more excusable than what Stake does. They are both bad. This is you choosing what you believe is the lesser of evils, which is fine, but I don't get why you're taking a moral high ground and calling everyone else bad on the other platform since Twitch is not morally good to begin with. That Kick screenshot is exactly what I mean when I say if Kick pushes gambling, then it's horrible. If the goal is to create gambling addicts, then obviously it's unforgivable. Currently, it's not doing that. There are no ads, Stake calls to action, or anything outside of the gambling category. If a streamer isn't gambling, then no viewers get exposed to Stake since it's all isolated to one specific category right now, just like Twitch. It being the top category isn't surprising since their first adopters were gambling streamers, so obviously it's their most popular. It doesn't seem like foul play of forcing it to the top. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this is entirely too charitable. So charitable that I personally think that it's like maybe a little obtuse because of, again, the funding mechanism for Kick and, you know, how Stake has to rely on a consistent flow of direct traffic. That's it. And there is already like gambling happening on stake, on Kick, but ultimately, right? There's already gambling happening on the website, but that's not what people are frustrated with. I don't think. I think they're just showing that to say like, no, this is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Because I just can't understand how you can give the benefit of the doubt to Kick in this regard when it's like pretty obvious that for it to exist, stake needs to exist. And for stake to exist, they need a steady flow of new people coming in that'll become their whales. You know what I mean? All right, we'll do the Aspen thing in a second. Same way the 3 gambling categories on Twitch are always top 20. It's not forcing those categories on Twitch. They're just there because the viewer numbers are being high, which makes it high on the featured list. I don't understand this impression you have of me trying to appeal to Kick executives when I was literally one of the first people to call out Kick and Stake connection on launch. So this is a surprisingly hostile response. Twitch creates gambling addicts too through the same category Kick does. They are both bad and we shouldn't be giving Twitch a pass. And I don't agree with labeling everyone on Kick as bad people. Why the same people don't have a problem with Kick's gamble section when they were so aggressive about Twitch's gamble section with the same stake on each stream? You mean like the people defending Kick, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? What Charlie is saying about Amazon in a vacuum isn't wrong, but here it just feels like a defense of stakes practices. Yeah. I get that you don't want to label. Wait, what? Are you even reading tweets? The tweets. If the goal is to create gambling addicts, then obviously it's unforgivable. We agree. I see Kick's owners say, our goal is to create gambling addicts. You see it and break out the printing press to engage them in debate. Like, goddamn, this is their ad copy. Yeah, I get that you don't want to label everyone who works promo for the orphan crushing factory a bad guy, but you're out here arguing it's actually equally immoral to pitch your version on free shipping versus a gambling disorder. Like, dude, I get you don't want to label everyone who works for the worker crushing factory a bad guy, but you're dismissing the very valid suffering to convince your audience that it's morally okay to excuse one but not the other. Charlie, it seems like you're dismissing the very valid suffering you care so deeply about by continuing to stream on Twitch and providing value for Amazon. If you stop streaming there, I'll support you fully. I'll even stop streaming there too. I have outright spoken on this many times. Once my Twitch contract is up, I'm going to try streaming on other platforms, not one exclusively anymore. Why is it the only way to support what I said though? If you agree with my stance with how bad Amazon is, why not be upset that I or Hasan, man, he hit me with a double S. Oh, brother. Knowingly accepted contract money from Twitch after so many years of work attest and human rights violations. Have you ever been disappointed that your favorite streamers are willing employees of Amazon? If not, why? You have a huge issue with them, with Kick labeling them as bad people, but not Twitch. And I'm just confused on why the worker suffering and exploitation doesn't mean as much to you and can excuse it for streaming on Twitch. All companies exploit their workers. That's capitalism. But I'm proud Hasan is one of the top individual donators to the Amazon Labor Union and trying to fight for those workers. This would be a good way for you to help if you would like to. Unless you are his accountant and have receipts, he did so. Don't believe words. They hold no value compared to actions. Hasan is that Jeff Bezos character that appeals to a niche crowd. Don't be fooled. Wait, too late. I love that. It's like don't even examine why people even know this, okay? Don't even examine it. Don't even read the fucking article. I didn't say it. I didn't explain it. Business Insider leaked it. It's so dumb. That's like the same as Train helping gambling addicts. You're always defending Amazon. That's like the same as Train helping gambling addicts. My friend, my job is to reach as broad an audience as possible. Okay? My job is to convince people to unionize their workplace. If I go to Google's platform, YouTube to do so, which I do, right? I do that as well. I have a YouTube page. Please go subscribe to it. I'm still working under the banner of a company that makes artificial intelligence technologies for the Defense Department. Okay? If I go to Facebook, I'm working for Meta, which is a social media company that is responsible, like had a noticeable amount of fault in facilitating a genocide in Myanmar. Okay? If I go to Kick, I am operating under a banner and operating under a platform that I believe personally has been created to drive traffic to stake.com. Okay? It's impossible to work for a company that is going to be completely clean. And that's why I say, I don't think every single person that's like going to fucking Kick is a bad person. That's why I think that you should get the bag ultimately as a streamer, right? But make no mistake, I still believe, given the funding mechanism, given what Stake's genuine interest is on the platform, okay, it is going to be a vehicle to drive traffic to stake.com, the crypto gambling website. Which is why I think this is a funny conversation to have, because I keep repeating myself over and over and over again. By the way, saying that I'm defending Amazon is really fucking stupid, because I'm not. You are literally looking at me not defending Amazon. I'm saying that I'm not defending Amazon. Okay? I just think you should criticize each equally, because Amazon and Stake are both bad. Thomas Vincent, you've been here for 8 months. If you think that I do not spend the overwhelming majority of my time shitting on Amazon, you are literally the dumbest person on the fucking platform, probably on the planet. Are you stupid? Are you fucking... The number of times I've even talked about Stake is incomparable to the vast amount of coverage I have dedicated to shitting on Amazon. You fucking idiot. Why the fuck have you subscribed to me for 8 goddamn months? Are you that stupid? Do you just like shut off a part of your fucking brain when you want to make an argument? Are you dumb? These motherfuckers are commenting while cross-eyed. Last guy that said some dumb shit was like 52 years old and following Eddie Steak on Twitter. Kick is nothing in comparison to Amazon and my criticisms of fucking Amazon, idiot. You literally must not have object permanence if you think that I don't do a metric ton more Amazon criticism. I have offered this platform to Chris Smalls, the currently most successful labor union organizing that has been able to successfully unionize a distribution facility. Okay? Like, what the fuck are you saying? Folks, Amazon Labor Union is in the building, everybody.
Yeah, and this is the president, Chris Smalls, founder.
There you go. Go watch that video. Since Kick is paying AWS, they're supporting Amazon as well. No, yeah, literally. Video on Amazon from 2 years ago.
Hello, this evening an associate discovered human feces in an Amazon bag that was returned to station.
Yeah. That's a wild take. Rainy draws a lot. Thank you. I can't believe I'm defending myself here. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. That being said, Twitch users having Amazon Prime subscription does no harm to the user. However, Kick users gambling on Stake and potentially becoming addicted to gambling can have enormous harm. Having Amazon Prime obviously doesn't harm users. Oh my God, Charlie's responding to my mods now. Having Amazon Prime obviously doesn't harm users. That wasn't my point. Just that it also supports an evil company. Users gambling anywhere is bad, though. And right now, Kick pushes gambling the same amount Twitch does in a single category. A user can start gambling from Twitch as well, since it's a consistent 50K plus viewer category on Twitch. I just don't get why everyone on Kick is a bad person, but Twitch gets a pass when they're both guilty of bad shit at people's expense. I'm going to talk to Charlie when he's done playing basketball.